I was skeptical about this one. I mean, I've seen a lot of budget laptops come and go, and most of them feel like they're cutting corners just to hit a low price. But when I started using the ASUS Vivobook Go 15 for a few weeks, something actually surprised me. It's not perfect, but for everyday tasks, it's way more capable than I expected. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the display is bigger than I thought it would be for the price. The 15.6-inch screen has super slim bezels, so it feels modern even though it's a budget machine. The colors aren't as vibrant as a high-end laptop, but for streaming shows, browsing the web, or even light photo editing, it's totally fine. The 60 Hz refresh rate isn't fast for gaming, but for regular use, it's smooth enough. I found myself watching YouTube videos and working on documents without feeling like the screen was holding me back. Under the hood, it runs on an AMD Ryzen 5 7520U processor. Now, this isn't a powerhouse chip, but it's designed specifically for thin laptops like this one. I used it for Zoom calls, Google Docs, and even some light photo editing in Canva, and it handled everything without lagging. It's not going to replace a gaming PC or a workstation, but for students, remote workers, or anyone who just needs a reliable laptop for daily tasks, it's more than enough. The memory and storage setup is solid for the price. It comes with 8 GB of RAM and a 512 GB SSD. I had Chrome open with 10 tabs, Spotify running in the background, and a few Word documents open at the same time, and it didn't slow down at all. The SSD also means the laptop boots up quickly and apps load fast, which is always a nice touch. I didn't have to worry about storage running out either, since 512 GB is a decent amount for most people's needs. One thing I really appreciated was the connectivity. It has Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.1, which means my internet connection was stable, and pairing my wireless headphones or mouse was a breeze. I didn't have to deal with lag or dropped connections, which is a big deal if you're working or studying from home. The ports are standard too: USB-A, USB-C, HDMI, and a headphone jack, so I could connect all my peripherals without needing a dongle. The sound quality was a pleasant surprise. It's tuned by Sonic Master, which is a brand I usually associate with higher-end laptops. The speakers aren't going to blow you away with bass, but they're clear and loud enough for calls, videos, and music. I didn't need to plug in headphones every time I wanted to listen to something, which is a small but nice convenience. The build quality is another standout. It's got a military-grade durability rating, which sounds like a marketing gimmick, but I actually found it to be pretty sturdy. The chassis feels solid, and the hinge is smooth without any wobble. It's not going to survive a drop, but for everyday use, it's reassuring to know it's built to last. The laptop also has a fingerprint reader, which is a nice security feature for quick logins. I didn't have to type my password every time I woke it up, which saved me a few seconds here and there. One feature I didn't expect but really liked was the webcam shield. It's a physical cover that slides over the camera when you're not using it, which is a great privacy feature. I don't trust software-based covers, so having a manual one gives me peace of mind. The webcam itself is 720p, which isn't amazing, but it's clear enough for Zoom calls and video chats. It's not going to replace a dedicated webcam, but for most people, it's fine. The laptop also supports fast charging, which is a huge plus. I could get about 50% battery in just 30 minutes, which meant I didn't have to leave it plugged in for hours. The battery life itself is decent too. I got around 6 to 7 hours of mixed use, which is good for a budget laptop. It's not going to last all day on a single charge, but it's enough for a full workday or a day of classes without needing to plug it in constantly. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The biggest one is the lack of a backlit keyboard. If you're someone who works in dim lighting, this could be a deal breaker. I had to turn on the room lights or use a lamp to see what I was typing, which got annoying after a while. The trackpad is also pretty basic. It's accurate, but it doesn't have the same smooth glide as higher-end laptops. If you're used to a MacBook or a premium Windows laptop, you might find it frustrating. Another thing to keep in mind is the performance under heavier loads. If you're someone who does video editing, 3D rendering, or even light gaming, this laptop isn't going to cut it. I tried running a few indie games, and while they ran, they weren't playable at higher settings. It's not designed for that kind of workload, so if you need something more powerful, you'll want to look elsewhere. Overall, the ASUS Vivobook Go 15 is a solid budget laptop for everyday use. It's fast enough for most tasks, the display is surprisingly good, and the build quality is impressive for the price. The lack of a backlit keyboard and the basic trackpad are minor annoyances, but they're not deal breakers if you can overlook them. If you're a student, a remote worker, or just someone who needs a reliable laptop for basic tasks, this one's worth considering. You can find the link below if you want to check it out.